Hi guys, welcome back. My name's Sherie and welcome to Real Talk. So today we're going to be talking about depression and abuse. Now, for me, these two go hand in hand. Because when you're in it, again, you feel like there's no way out, there's no escape. So I just want to share with you my stories to basically tell you how I got out of it. So, roll back, 20 something years. Anyway, met this guy, thought he was a bee's bloody knees. Seemed really nice, and then, you feel loved up and all that. And then some things started to happen, and I used to think to myself, what's going on here? Do you know what I mean? His behaviour started being kind of aggressive, kind of weird. Just pacified it off, because I was like so loved up. So loved up. Kind of ignored it. Anyway, got worse and worse and worse. Now, it got to a point where I was like, I can't get out. And I had this overwhelming feeling of pride. Felt trapped, felt stuck. I didn't know what to do. As bad as things were, I felt like I couldn't talk to anybody about it. Not even my family. I couldn't go to anyone for help. Even the thought of phoning the police was like, Jesus, I can't even do that because this dickhead was more powerful than the police. But we know that they're not. And I'm here to tell you that they're not. But anyway, so yeah, it was really bad. And it led to me being depressed, like the lowest point I've ever been in my life. So the only way I can describe depression is feeling sad for a very, very, very long time. You feel like all hope's lost, all hope's gone. It felt grey, like there was just this grey mass sort of sinking me every day. Like it felt heavy, like physically heavy. Horrible. I mean, I talked to you before about suffering with anxiety. Anxiety and depression to me felt completely different. Anxiety's fast, depression's slow. So whereas with anxiety you're like panicking and you feel like your heart's pounding all the time, and depression's like your heart's slow and you just want to sleep. So yeah, it was really quite bad. I actually, I don't know if you know, but I actually went on first dates. It's been shown, I think it was 12th of March, 2020, if you want to go back and watch it. But there was a part in it where I broke down crying. And it was really weird because obviously this happened so long ago. I just, I didn't think it still affected me until they started asking me questions. And there was one point where they made me they didn't make me, they asked me about it, and then they sort of said, well, how did that make you feel? And that was it, just cracked, floodgates, bawling my eyes out in front of 14 million bloody viewers. But, at the end of the day, it happened. It is what it is, isn't it? Loads of people go through this stuff. But the thing is, again, the reason why I'm here is because I want you to know that you can be in these situations, get through them, and get over them. Do you know what I mean? There's always light at the end of the tunnel. There's always hope, and there's always help. So I want to tell you my story because I want you to realise that there is a way out. There's always a way out. There's always help. I made that guy so powerful that he was more powerful than anybody or anything, and that's wrong to do. So if you're suffering with that and feeling that, then I get it. But honest to God, they're not. They're actually quite weak. Do you know what I mean? Bunch of pussies, quite frankly. Because to try and bully someone and hurt someone and, make someone be fearful of you, it's a cowardly thing, isn't it? It's not strong, it's not masculine, it's not macho, it's you're an absolute dickhead and you're horrible. But in time and after time and time, you get ground down. And so yeah, And as well, I think as well now, because we're in this COVID-19 lockdown, you know, and there's a lot of abuse still going on. Now, for me, one of my saving graces was to escape the house. You know, I used to go out and, because it's awful, like treading on eggshells. Oh, God. So, yeah, I used to go out the house. I used to go out every day as a form of escapism. Now, obviously, we're in lockdown and you guys can't do that. You can go out for a jog or an isolated walk. But what I want to say to you is, and I want to stress to you is, like, you will feel like this person that's being abusive towards you is very, very powerful, and they're not. There is help. I would urge you to get help. Even if it's someone on a phone, tell a family member, tell somebody. They beat you down that much that you feel like you ain't got the strength to get up, but my God, you can get that strength. You will get it from somewhere, trust me. Don't be scared. There's always someone out there to help you. And I get that you feel enclosed and you feel trapped. But don't do what I did and think that they're more powerful than anybody, because they're not. They're actually quite weak. To be that horrible and make you feel like that, they're actually quite weak. So yeah, get help. Get help. I had a friend, same kind of thing, but he was a nasty, nasty piece of work. And she always used to say to me, it was an old neighbour of mine, I mean, at the time we both had young kiddies, and she used to say to me, I can't escape him, I can't get out of it. And I was like, you will, babe, you'll be alright, you'll be alright. Here's me suffering and I'm still there for her. But that's just what, you know, you do, don't you? But, and anyway, she did leave him. And she thought she couldn't, but she did. And she packed a load of stuff and she was stifling it out bit by bit so he wouldn't notice. And then one morning she took a lad out to school, and that was it. She'd organised someone to pick her up at the end of the road and chipped. And you know what? You'd think it would be this powerful thing that's going to come looking for you. You're mine, you're not escaping me. Didn't do nothing. Absolute pussyhole. But you think that they're this powerful being that are going to control you. But actually, when push comes to shove, they can't. Do you know what I mean? So, and she went on to get married. She had another 3 kids with another bloke. And, her life's happy and dandy. So if you're going through this situation, just know that there is out there. You've got to get the help. Don't be like me and feel like you can't, or you're too proud. Yeah. Because you don't want to admit that, because it's like, oh, I'm a failure, my life's failed. Nah, sod that. If you feel like you need to get out and get some help, get it. Like I say, suffered with a depression because of it. Every day I used to wake up on the toilet, like, just with my head in my hands, like, how am I going to get through today? But I did. Day at a time, baby. Don't think about next week, next month, next year. Day at a time. Baby steps. You will get through it. Just day at a time. Day at a time. Just keep telling yourself, because like I say, all this mindfulness and positive, it's hard to do when you're feeling like shit, let's be honest. It's a battle. It's a fight. But you can do it. I swear to God you can do it. Get help, get out. Know that this isn't going to be like this forever, and eventually you will do. You will get out, and I got out. And I've been on my own ever since. Probably, I don't know, maybe some deep down reason. I don't know. Do I really want a man? When I look back at all the men I've had, I don't really like any of them. We've all been shithouses. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, stronger on my own, baby. But that's took years of progress and trying and working on myself. Do you understand? So yeah. The reason as well why I want to say this is because, like, suffering with depression, for me, it wasn't just feeling like depression for the hell of it. It was Oh, look, I've mashed my hair up. So, yeah, what was I saying? So for me, you know, feeling depressed, I could have gone to the doctors, which I probably should have gone to the doctors. But in my heart of hearts, I knew that the reason why I was depressed, or should I say really felt really, really sad, was because of the situation I was in. So another thing I want to stress to you is that if you're feeling really, really sad, and I'm not cussing off medication, professional medication, but if it's environmental, if it's a situation that you're in, then the drugs aren't going to get rid of it, are they? Do you know what I mean? You got to sort your environment out, sort out what is making you depressed, rather than thinking, well, this is a really shitty situation, I'm just going to take the pills and I'll be alright, I'll feel better. Don't work like that. So that's my advice to you. Day at a time, and get help. You know, because it's tough, baby. It's tough. You know, 20 years later, I've gone on first dates and I've sat bawling my bloody eyes out. Do you know what I mean? Even I was shocked. I was like, what? Why have I cried like that? Don't know. But I suppose, you know, all these things happen, and like now I can look at it, and I got to say this as well, man. I hated that guy for years. For absolutely years. Like, what's them dolls called that you stick pins in to hurt it? I could have got one of them on his ass. Do you know what I mean? I hated him. Hated all men. Men are all bad. You know, but after a while, I used to think to myself, well, and I realised that, you know, the only person I was hurting by hating him was me. And it's a lovely quote in my book as well. It's like holding on to hate is like drinking poison, expecting the other person to die. Because holding on to hate only destroys you. So the best thing I did was let go of it, you know, and learn from the situation. Yeah, and that's what I did. Because after that, he couldn't empower me anymore. Do you know what I mean? I was in control, and that's what all these things are about. You know, life happens, shit happens, and it is quite sad sometimes, but at the end of the day, and again, like I said, loving yourself, respecting yourself, you get that locked down, baby, then life's a whole lot easier. Do you know what I mean? And letting go of hate. So with this guy, I learned to take the good from the situation and think to myself, do you know what? Yeah, I went through that, and I got up, and I became stronger, and I'm independent. Do you know what I mean? He made me stronger. This shit ass made me stronger. So thank you for coming into my life. It's cool. And that was that. So, I'm going to get off now. I hope that's helped you somehow. But as I say, you know, in these tough times, in this lockdown, if you're in a situation where you're being abused, and it doesn't even have to be physical. You know, mine wasn't physical, it was mental abuse. Which I'm not saying there's any difference in it. I think both are as bad. But yeah, get the help, baby, because you put them on this high pedestal thinking they're the most powerful thing in the world, but they're not. You can get help, and you must get help. Yeah? And don't feel like this is going to be forever, because, baby, once you've got rid of them, then you can start focusing on your life and getting you back and getting your strength back. Yeah? And another thing, if you're with someone and you start seeing them little white flags waving, alerting you to something's wrong, or if they hit you and then they say, oh, I'm sorry, I'll never do it again. Go, baby, go. There's no ease up on pattern. Then don't forgive them, because they will do it and do it again. This is what, you know, abusive people do. Get out. They hit you one time, go. They're not going to get better. You're not going to change them either. I know a lot of girls that do that. They think, oh, but if I just this, it always promised me I'll never do it again. Fuck that shit. No. Go. Get gone, baby. Do you know why? You deserve better. You deserve better. Don't stand for any crap off anybody. You know? You goddamn warrior. You goddamn warrior. Yeah? Be strong. Stand up for yourself. And get out. Yeah? I'll catch you guys soon. Take care.